in this video, which is part 7 of the YouTube timestamp tool for JavaScript and HTML, we're going to continue on and make one of the last items here, which is if we say here, for example, test 000, you will see now, even though I put in here a small character, I submitted, the very first character will automatically be uppercase. So let's start to look how we can do this. So now it is time to continue on and then solve a specific part, which is when we put in, for example, here text. Let's say here text, and we put in here a value, and then we say yes, submit. What I would like to do is to force the capitalized letter at the very beginning. So how can we do this? Because we're going to do it in JavaScript. So to do this, let's scroll down here, and this is really a nice to have feature. So it's not really necessary, but for me that can be a useful item. So you want to avoid that kind of situation where you have to adjust them one by one because you forgot one. So what I want to do here is basically play around with the specific title timestamp, and this is the one that I need. And what we're going to do is the following. I'm going to grab this here, and this title timestamp I'm going to grab, and we're going to say here, let's say here constant title timestamp first letter. And what I will do here, this will be index 0. So what happens basically is, if we make a string, like an array version like this, what will happen is it will categorize every character as or every letter as an index. So if I say test, then in this, or text, in this case, the first one is 0, which is letter T, and then the second one would be number 1, etc., etc. So what I want to do here is, and then I'm going to say here, dot, and then we say to uppercase, and this basically creates the very first item. So what I'm going to do now is, I'm going to just say here, $, put that here, you can just put that here. If I just put a space for now, save that, refresh, and now I'm going to say here, test 000, enter. Now what is happening, we get the very first character as a capitalized letter T. What I want to do then for the remaining is to remove this letter T and then clear up whatever is, and then or display whatever is last. So what I'm going to do here then is we can make another constant just to make that all together. And what I'm going to say here, I'll say this will be the final letters or final part. And here we're going to work on this. And what we're going to use is basically the, if I'm not mistaken, the substring. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab the text that is the timestamp, copy that, put that in here, and then we're going to say a dot, if I'm not mistaken, it's a string sub or substring. I think it's substring. And here we have two variables. So basically the first one will be indicating at which index are we going to start. And in this case I'll say index 1 because we have index 0 we want to remove. So that's the first letter. And then what I want to do is, what is the ending point, which would be the index, which is the very last letter. So what you can do here is I'm going to grab the timestamp this dot length, if I'm not mistaken, -1. That should be it. So if I save that, refresh. Oh, of course we're not done yet here because we have where am I? Oh, that's it. Here we are. That's the one I needed, and I need to put it in here, of course. I'm going to attach them together, and I'm going to just say here $, curly braces, and there you are. Save this, refresh. Let's do here now a test ABC 000, and then submit. And you can see here, alright, interesting. It did not remove even the very first item, if I'm not mistaken. So, and we have here the timestamp first. Oh, that's right. I need to remove this. Let's do this. Put it all together. My bad. The first letter and the final part is the remaining letters, I guess. Try again, just to be sure. 000, enter. And there we are. This looks beautiful. So we have here, we can do now another one. Test long sentence, they say here 1 1 1 and enter. There we are. And now we have here long sentence, and the test is shown here nicely. And this is basically the way we can play around and create our item here. Of course, there's still so much more that we can cover here. I will consider if I will continue on with this series and do some more, but the core essence of what we did here is already working and works nicely. If I do this again, you can see we get the error. If I do this, there we are, timestamp already exists, so it avoids everything. And if I remove here a value and submit this, you can see here it indicates what's missing. Submit this, and here maybe you might say, well, we can solve this one. That might be possible as well, probably suitable for another video. I will consider if I will continue on with this series, but the essence is already done, and the reason why is, assuming if you're using this, I assume the user understands what the order should be. But of course, this is an option.